Checking, checking, checking again, seeing if you got me. Voice test, opening day men's basketball. Checking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Checking, 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 checking. Checking. Voice test, voice test. Checking, 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 still checking, checking, checking. Yep. Checking, checking, checking. Checking, checking, checking. Checking again. Check. It's checking again, checking again, checking again, checking again. One more quick time. Voice test. Checking again, checking again. Checking, checking, checking. Checking. Checking again, checking again. Checking. Checking. Checking one more time. I got to be honest with you. I never thought I would be doing play-by-play broadcasting through a mask, but here we are. But that's the key here. Here we are finally back in the Herm, finally back on Pacers Sports Network, and finally back playing some William Peace basketball. Welcome in, everyone, on the live stream. Welcome into the Pacers Sports Network. I am your host, Will Dalton, voice of the Pacers, and man, it's been a while. I think the theme of the day will be knocking off the rust, both for me and for everybody else as well, including our opponent for today, the Ferrum Panthers, coming in here to get our season kicked off. It's a non-conference matchup. It's one of 6 home games the Pacers will have this year, and basically how it's going to work, the schedule, as far as that's concerned, they're basically going to split home away with each opponent they play, so they'll have 6 2-game series all year, this one being the only non-conference one they'll have. They're here at home at the Herman Athletic Center here in Raleigh on the campus of William Peace University. Today they'll travel this weekend to Ferrum, and then and then conference games will start as we've got the first tip and the first bucket 1 second after the tip as Ferrum gets on the board first. And now John Burwell will bring it up for the Pacers, one of the returners, the only senior for the Pacers as he misses his first attempt on the season. So now lateral will get it around the horn. It's going to find its way over to the left side. Now back up to the top of the key. Now over to the right side. Carrington Young dishes off as Kemp loses it but regains it and now gets it into the hands of James Smith Jr. of Ferrum as he drives up the gut, goes for the jam, no good with 3 seconds on the shot clock. As the shot clock goes off, although it should have been reset. Fresh shot clock awarded to Ferrum after the dunk attempt, no good. A little too strong off the back of the rim. 2-0 Ferrum right out of the gate. Inbound pass goes to Nick Helton. Near the midcourt logo, now over to the right side. Helton again, three-point look, a little off to the left, rebounded by John Burwell of your Pacers. This will bring it up himself, dish it off to Bo Bryant. His first try of the year, no good. Bryant coming off the bench, a key player off the bench last year for the Pacers. He'll start today, and I assume start most of this year. He'll be a key returner for the Pacers. And now a block. Nice block there by Jalen Owens. Starter this year for your Pacers. He spent a little bit of time coming off of the bench last year. Pacers coming off a year where they finished second in the Eastern Division of the USA South. Got into the playoffs, lost their first game against Methodist. We'll get into a little bit more about that later. As there's another bucket for Ferrum, 4-0 right off the bat. And a foul as well. So now he'll go to the line for an extra point attempt. James Smith Jr., guard senior, 6 foot even, weighing in at 190 from Halifax, Virginia. So go through his routine at the free throw line, put the ball up and in. 5-0 Ferrum. So now William Peace trying to get the goose egg off the board and get their first bucket of the season. Ball into the hands of freshman Tyler Parton. Now around the horn to Bo Bryant. Now to another freshman, Cole Atwood. He'll dribble up and in near the free throw line. Kick it off to Parton as he'll dribble around. Nothing there for Parton. Good defense here by Ferrum. Owens kicks off to Burwell. Back to Owens. Owens, three-pointer. Indeed, a three-pointer. Foot was a little close to the line, but he got it to go. 5-3, cuts the lead to 2. 5-3, Ferrum still up. As Peace gets their first bucket of the year, and it's a triple. And now nice pressure here as Ferrum finally gets it across to the other side. Up and in, Darius Kemp. Junior guard slash forward for Ferrum as he'll put it up 7-3. Pacers looking for their, now that they've got the goose egg off the board, they'll look for their first lead of the day and of the season. A lot of firsts going on here today for everybody as ball is lost into the hands of a Ferrum defender. Now right back down on the other end is Burwell. Good hustle back as he'll intercept this one, bring it back over to the free throw line, kick it out, up and bouncing around the rim. Three-pointer from Tyler Parton, no good. That's one of the freshmen yet again. Now down on the other end, James Smith Jr., and that's intercepted and stolen away. Nice job by Parton. After his missed three-point attempt, not more than 15 seconds ago, he'll dribble around, top of the key, in, and this is Bo Bryant, left lower block, and he gets it to go. Nice little hustle play there. His piece will open their season with a three, and then a nice two down low. Nice variety, nice mixture from the Pacers, and as Burwell, nice defensive pressure, almost got the steal on the other end as Ferrum brings it up the court. And now a whistle blown. They're going to call a charge, that against Carrington Young. Senior guard forward from Burlington, North Carolina. Now it'll be a substitution. Donnelly Tyrell Jr. checks in for the first time in 2021. Tyrell Jr., one of the returners, and is going to be one of the key, I would say the top three returners for the Pacers. The most important ones, John Burwell, a senior, the only senior, Bo Bryant, and then Donnelly Tyrell Jr. Spent the first majority of the season coming off the bench and spending a lot of good time off the bench last year for the Pacers, and then he started to get a lot of starting time towards the end of the season. Is now up and in. Pacers even it up, 7-all, first time being even since the tip. As now the Pacers will try and take their first lead of the year. Madden McAfee pass down low, and now deep three, kind of deep three from the top of the key. Good, Nick Helton, senior out of Lebanon, Virginia, as he'll push Ferrum back out in front by three. Tyrell Jr., his first touch of the day. Hands off to Jalen Owens, nothing there for Owens. Back to Bo Bryant, dribbling around near the free throw line. Nice spin by Bryant, but he loses it, and off of his foot, out of bounds. They'll bring it back over to Ferrum. And now that'll bring us to our first media timeout of the year. I don't know about you, but energy's flowing, momentum's flowing, it's feeling good. It feels good to be back on the Pacer Sports Network. And with that, we'll take a short break. 7-10, Ferrum leads it by 3. You're listening to the Pacer Sports Network. Welcome back into the Pacer Sports Network, as we've got a nice crowd, about 167 currently watching on the live stream. Obviously, there's no fans for our basketball seasons this year, so our live stream audience is going to be very important to us, of course. 15:26 on the board left to go here in the first half. Pacers looking for their first lead of the day. They trail 7-10. Ferrum up 3 as Tyler Parton over on the right side, hands off to Darius Jackson, a sophomore returning from last season for the Pacers. Tyrell Jr. looking for some options. This will be Burwell, left side. Good defense here by the Ferrum defender. Forced shot by Burwell, and he's going to get fouled. This one will be on Bryce Hall, sophomore out of Franklin County, Virginia. As Burwell get his first 2 free throw attempts of the year. This will be the first free throw attempts by any Pacer this season. 14:57 to go in the first half. First attempt by Burwell rattles in. That'll bring the deficit down to 2. 8-10 Pacers still trail. And another one by Burwell, good as he goes 2 for 2 from the line. It'll take the lead now down to just 1 point by Ferrum. Pacers in a full court press. Now a trap down in the corner. Bryce Hall brings it down the floor and kicks it down to Darius Kemp, who gets fouled down low. 2 shots coming up. First high arcing free throw from Darius Kemp. That's going to bang off the back iron, no good, as he misses his first attempt. An opportunity here to take the lead back out to 2. Pacers yet to lead it today. They've evened it up back at 7-all a few minutes ago before the timeout. The second free throw is good for Kemp, and now a substitution here for Ferrum is Jamar Butler, guard junior from Sanford, North Carolina. He'll check in with 14:46 to go in the first half. Burwell brings it up. Tyrell Jr. with it. Hand off to Burwell as he'll drive up the center and over to the left side. No good on the layup attempt. He tipped it up and around, but wasn't able to get the rebound, as Ferrum will recover it and bring it back up as they lead by 2 with 14:21 to go. And now a turnover for Ferrum. We'll bring it back over to William Peace. Coach Claude Shields in his 9th season here as head coach of the Pacers. He's assisted by Jamal Stokes in his 2nd season and Stats Battle in his 1st season over there on the Pacers bench, running things. This men's basketball team. Cole Atwood 3-point attempt, no good. It'll be rebounded by Bryce Hall. Bryce Hall just slowly bring it up himself. And stolen away by Burwell, almost out of bounds, but he recovers it. Goes up, swat attempt a little behind. As that'll even things up here at 11 apiece. Nice job there by Burwell. Definitely one thing I'm noticing here early, mentioning earlier, John Burwell is one of the key returners for the Pacers. He's the only senior on this squad, and right off the bat, playing really hard defense, really intense defense. His turnover there results in a couple of buckets to tie things up here for the Pacers, 11-11. Wild pass by Carrington Young will bring things back over to the Pacers side as they try to take their first lead of the day. So now Ferrum will take a timeout, our 2nd timeout of the day. First one was a media timeout. This will be the first one taken by a team. Ferrum will take a quick break, talk some things over. Momentum picking up here for the Pacers, largely in part by John Burwell. Again, really intense defense played by the returning Pacer senior. Only senior in a year following where, I don't even remember the number last year, but the Pacers lost a nice, it might have been 5 or something like that, seniors that the Pacers lost last year. Really key players as well, not just seniors sitting on the bench. I mean, these were key players for the Pacers that they lost. So following that up with only 1 senior this year, as Burwell brings it up. Pass low, stolen away by Darius Kemp. He'll go up to the other side. Layup rattles around and no good. This will be Jalen Owens to bring it back up for the Pacers quickly. A nice pace, but a wild pass over the head of Cole Atwood will just go out of bounds. As Tyler Parton will check back in for the Pacers. One of the starting freshmen. He'll come in for Darius Jackson. As Ferrum sets up in their formation, he'll get ready to pass it in. Tyrell Jr. forced a little pressure, and a wild pass will end up to Parton, and now Jalen Owens picks up his dribble, gets it to Burwell at the top of the key, and Burwell will just slow it down just a bit here for the Pacers as they've got 18 seconds on the shot clock, and now Burwell will trip, and that'll be ruled a foul. As the Pacers try to get a little something, still looking for their first lead of the day. They tied it up at 7 apiece, and now they've got it tied up at 11 apiece, and they'll try and go as they've got a nice little bit of momentum here at their back. So John Burwell looking to pass it in. Ferrum defender hopping in his face. Ball goes into Parton. Parton will dribble around over in front of the Ferrum bench. He goes in and a pass. Now whistle blown. We'll see what the call is. So some type of foul on Ferrum as the ball will stay here with William Peace. This is Tyrell Jr. Passes off to Burwell. Burwell up and in, and that's the first lead of the day for the Pacers, 13-11. And who else but Burwell to score it, as he's had a big presence already early in this game, and early in this season is a little too tight from Jalen Owens, and that'll be a foul on William Peace. Not a shooting foul, so they'll just pass it in over here just in front of the scorer's table. And now another whistle as Bo Bryant will check in for Donnelly Tyrell Jr. Talking about returning players for the Pacers. Obviously, we talked about Burwell, the only senior to return. 5 freshmen for William Peace this year. Again, we talked about how many seniors they had last year. So it's almost like reverse this year. They've got as many freshmen coming in. 1 transfer, Cole Atwood, junior from Hammond-Sydney College. That's where he's coming from. As Ferrum will retake their lead, 14-13 by 1, with 12 minutes even on the clock. Burwell, nothing there. Good defense by Madden McAfee. No good. Bo Bryant shot. Another attempt. 3-pointer good. Jalen Owens. Jalen Owens has got himself 6 points, 2 3-pointers, as he was the guy to open us up with that first 3 of the day by William Peace. As now they have a 2-point lead, 16-14. James Smith Jr. looking for something, gets around Bryant. Sharp pass to the right corner, good, as a 3-pointer will be the response from Ferrum. So 17-16 to score, so a couple of times that William Peace has been able to put a nice dagger up there to retake the lead, Ferrum has just stolen it right back. So nice start here for the Pacers early, and we'll take a quick timeout. You asked what to expect out of this Pacers team. Honestly, I got no idea, because young team, a good amount of returners, but again, only 1 senior. 3 key players returning that, played a good amount of time last year. So we'll see how they end up. Really excited, though, so far for at least how they look so far. John Burwell, again, a really big presence early, defensively and offensively. I know last year he was I don't remember if he was the key scorer last year for the Pacers, but he was definitely up there. By the end of the year, he was a big force on offense, but I don't remember him looking this intense on defense last year. He was so focused on offense, but he's got a good balance so far early today. I mean, we'll see if he holds it, of offense and defense. A couple of those, defensive plays led to some points on the other end. So William Peace will come out of their timeout. Ferrum already back out onto the court. Again, Coach Claude Shields, head coach of the Pacers, in his 9th season. For the game, when he was talking to the team, he really put an emphasis on focusing on what you can control. Obviously, these circumstances are different for all of us, but especially out here for athletes on the basketball court, regardless of what level. and the ones that can really control what they can control and not, get worked up, about other things on the outside really seem to succeed, and I think Claude Shields knows that as well as anybody. Now a handoff. Jalen Owens again, he's got 8 points, and he gives the Pacers another lead. I believe that's the third lead change so far, all of them coming in the last couple of minutes of play. Hunter Ladler. As John Burwell runs into a brick wall named Nick Helton on the pick. And they're going to call a foul on Helton, as that'll give it back to the Pacers. I believe that was the first lead change that we've had, or I should say that's the first time that the Pacers got a lead on the other end, that Ferrum didn't come right back on the other side and put a pin in their bubble and take the lead right back. So we'll see if the Pacers can actually extend this lead now, as gradually since the tip they've really kind of warmed themselves up. Bo Bryant receives the pass from Owens. Bryant picks up his dribble, few pivots, looks for something as he has the ball tipped away. So he dribbles down to Tyrell Jr. and that one crawls in just as a shot clock was getting close to expiration, as now the Pacers will take their first not multiple possession, but it'll take a lead other than by 1 or 2 points, as they lead it by 3, 20-17. As Butler passes around the horn, now on the left wing, James Smith Jr., one of the starters back in for Ferrum, will just lay it up and in past Bo Bryant, as they'll trim the Pacer lead to 1. Bo Bryant. Thought he might hand it off to Burwell, but he'll pick it up, give it to Tyrell Jr. Burwell, pull up J, no good. Ferrum back with it, trying to retake the lead again. Deep pull up 3, just a little strong, not even close, off the back iron. Almost looked like a sporadic decision there by James Smith Jr. Trying to make a little something happen here as we reach just beyond the midway point in the first half. 8:58 to go. Burwell again, Burwell. Burwell and Jalen Owens having a big presence here in this first half. Burwell with 10 points after that layup as they take the lead, or extend their lead, 22-19. Tyler Parton goes around the pick. James Smith Jr. picks up his dribble, stripped away by Parton. It ends up in the hands of Jalen Owen. Bo Bryant goes up, a lot of contact down low, no whistle, and that'll be back to Ferrum. As the Bo Bryant attempt no good. Good defense again by Burwell, as he forces a miss down low by Hunter Ladler, and now Burwell takes a shot on the other side, no good. Tipped up and around. Nice little game of volleyball playing down there on the blocks. Good hustle there by Tyler Parton, freshman guard out of Asheville, North Carolina, one of the freshmen that started this game for William Peace. As we'll take a short break. Pacers lead it 22-19 with 7:59 to go in the first half. You're listening to the Pacers Sports Network. Welcome back. Last time these two teams faced off, William Peace and Ferrum, was November 16th 2019. That feels like it was like a long time ago, doesn't it? Feels like a lifetime ago, considering how long it's been without William Peace basketball. But in that matchup, Peace lost a close one, 90-82. Burwell again. Burwell in here on a mission early as he's got 12 points. Drive inside. Ladler gets it to go, cuts the Peace lead to 3, 24-21, 7.5 minutes to go in the first half. Bo Bryant. Bounce pass almost stolen away. Tyrell Jr. swipes it away, and John Burwell will miss his shot, and now it's going to go over to Ferrum. Peace 7-3 overall in all their matchups with Ferrum over the years. There's now great defense again. Bo Bryant and Tyler Parton adding a lot of pressure down there in the corner as they'll force a turnover here, and William Peace will get it back as they lead it by 3. Tyrell Jr. receives the pass. Bo Bryant over the Parton and just short off the iron, but good hustle by Bryant as he'll just throw it off of the Ferrum defender. As John Burwell will go over to pass this one inbound. John Burwell, pass in to Bo Bryant. Cole Atwood, bounce pass to Burwell. Atwood, good on his attempt. As the Pacers extend their lead even more. Biggest lead of the day for them so far here early in the first half, 27-21. They're up 6. As now Atwood just tips it over to Burwell, or excuse me, over to Bo Bryant on the other side. Parton, and now that's going to be a turnover by Parton. As Ferrum will get it right back. James Smith Jr. Pass over to Darius Kemp as they bring it up the floor. And now that's going to be a foul on Darius Jackson. Pass into Nick Helton. Helton will just hand it off to Smith Jr. Back over to Helton. Helton will take a deep 2, and they're going to actually roll it a 3. As that'll cut that 6-point lead in half. Pacers only up 3 now. They've had this lead for a nice handful of minutes as they'll try to extend it yet again. Burwell has to kick it out to Bo Bryant. Bryant brings it around Parton on the right side. A drive in. Helton, good defense as it's going to be forced out to Bo Bryant. Bryant, top of the key 3, no. And rebounded by Madden McAfee. Down to the other side down low, and that's going to go out of bounds off one of the Ferrum players, and it'll bring it back over to William Peace. 5:37 to go. Burwell brings it up with just 5.5 to go before the midway point. Bo Bryant, wide open look, and rattles around and out. Atwood will rebound it, put up his own attempt, and that's nothing but net. A Bo Bryant miss, but Atwood said, nah, I got you, buddy. 6-point lead by the Pacers, 5:09 to go. Good defense by the Pacers, and it'll end up over to Burwell. Deep 2, rattles around, no, but Bo Bryant's got the rebound. fresh shot clock for the Pacers. John Burwell drives in and out. I almost forgot he could miss it. He hasn't missed very many today, as he's been a straight cheat code on offense for the Pacers. Other side, Ferrum, Carrington, no. Good defense by the Pacers. Jalen Owens to the corner, Atwood, no. But rebounded, and a miss by Jackson. As now Smith Jr. will slow up the pace as we approach the 4-minute mark here in the first half. Pacers still up by 6, 30-24. The drive in, Smith Jr. got it. And that'll cut the Pacer lead to 4. As now Burwell will take his time. Kick out to Bo Bryant, left corner 3, well short, grazes the iron, but Jackson's there for the rebound and the putback. 32-26, Pacers still lead it. They've had the lead for quite a while, as they'll see if they can carry that to the intermission point, as we've got 3:25 to go in the first half. Darius Kemp goes up and gets fouled on the other end. And now we'll take a quick timeout. 3:19 to go here in the first half, 32-26, a pair of free throws coming up for Ferrum when we come back. I gotta say, you know, coming into this game with a lot of young players for William Pease, didn't quite know what to expect, because again, like we've talked about, they lost a lot of, you know, seniors last year, a lot of key players. And as great as the Pacers have been offensively, obviously, because they lead at 32-26, it's like the thing that stands out to me is their defense, their intensity on defense, and their rebounding on the offensive side of the ball, on the offensive blocks. I mean, they're getting a lot of points off putbacks. I don't know what the exact number is off the top of my head, but, I mean, a lot of rebounds turning into points for the Pacers as they lead 32-26, 3:19 to go. Seven offensive rebounds for the Pacers. 12 rebounds total. First free throw good. Darius Kemp. So trim the lead just a little bit, 32-27. And another one rattles around and out, but a good offensive rebound there by Nick Helton, and the pass inside to Darius Kemp. That'll result in a layup, and that'll trim the lead down to 3. John Burwell. Pass to Tyrell Jr. Burwell gets it right back. A little floater, just a hair too short. Burwell missing his last couple attempts. Over to the right side, a jumper. Madden McAfee is good. A triple that will tie this thing up at 32 all. First time we've been tied up in a while. 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Is now a foul called. I believe that's on Carrington Young. That'll be his second foul of the day, as Tyrell Jr. will take a pair of free throws. Couple of subs here for the Pacers right before the free throw attempt. Jackson Spencer, one of the freshmen for the Pacers, he'll check in. He's from Apex Friendship High School. He'll check in for his first minutes of this season. Jalen Owens, Bo Bryant back in. Meanwhile, first free throw attempt good. He'll put the Pacers back out in front by a point. And this one rattles around and out, so 1 of 1 for Tyrell Jr. Down low. And a lot of intensity down low, but it'll be ruled a foul against Bo Bryant. Or excuse me, that'll be a foul against Tyler Parton. That's his 3rd of the day. As James Smith Jr. will get set up here for a couple of free throws. Could tie it and potentially take the lead here for the Panthers, and he will tie it, 33 apiece, with 2:18 to play here in the first half at the Herm. Another free throw, nothing but net, and Ferrum will regain the lead. Now we'll take a quick reset and get the shot clock where it needs to be. Sharp pass from Parton over to Spencer, and now Bo Bryant with it. Owens, pump fake, draws the jump, and takes it in. Nice play by Owens, good judgment. 3-point fake. Draws the jump, and he just dribbles right under the defender for a nice mid-range 2, as that should put the Pacers out in front, 35-34, under 2 minutes to go. Now a 3 on the other end, too strong from Jamar Butler. Parton brings it back up for the Pacers. Now right corner, Bryant back to Parton, pump fake, back to Bryant. Bryant to Spencer. Spencer's first attempt, and no good. Now this one's going to be off of one of the piece defenders, so that'll stay here with Ferrum. As John Burwell checks back into the game, he'll come in for Spencer, who missed that last 3-point attempt. One of the young guns for the Pacers. Around the horn it goes for Ferrum, into the hands of Darius Kemp. Now over to the left side. Smith Jr. thought about a 3, passes it to Nick Helton. Helton, good defense by Parton, draws the pass to the right side, and a 3. As we get under the 1-minute mark in the first half, Ferrum retakes the lead that they started the game with. 37-35, they take it back by 2. As Bo Bryant hands off to Burwell. Burwell, been a while since he scored, and now he's going to get fouled and hits the floor hard. Two shots coming up here for Burwell. Burwell, 12 points today. He leads the Pacers in scoring, only by 2 points. Jalen Owens right behind him in that category with 10. John Burwell, 2 of 2 from the line earlier in the half. Now make it 3 of 3. And that's 2 of 2 that time, 4 of 4 total for John Burwell. Burwell, 74% on the season last year from the stripe. It's now 39.2 seconds to go in the first half, 37 apiece. We'll take a short break here on the Pacers Sports Network. We appreciate you guys listening in. Well, I told you it'd be a short break, didn't I? 37 apiece, 39.2 seconds to go. Carrington checks this one in. Smith Jr. receives the pass, guarded by Parton and Tyrell Jr. Smith Jr. a lob. Alley-oop jam, good. Ferrum takes a 2-point lead. 23 seconds to go as Burwell will sit and hold for just a second. Let a little clock expire. Game clock and shot clock almost identical. As Peace will try to get the last. Well, they won't try and get the last shot of the half. They'll go ahead and knock a three down right here. That's Parton. As they retake the lead 40-39. Attempt from Smith Jr. just a little bit off the right side of the goal. And man, that felt good. First half of Pacer basketball in the books. And they lead it 40-39. Got a little bit of a slow start in the half, but they just got rolling and rolling and rolling. And they'll take it to the intermission with the lead by 1. As now we'll take a quick halftime break here on the Pacer Sports Network. Appreciate everybody joining in. Appreciate our good team here to put this together for us. 40-39 your score. Pacers lead it. We'll be back shortly on the Pacer Sports Network. Welcome back to the Pacers Sports Network as we get things fired up here in the second half. As William Peace will lose it to Ferrum here in the first few seconds of the half. They lead it 40-39. Really nice first half by the Pacers. They got off to a slow start. If you tuned into the first half, you know that. They got off to a quick deficit, but then they worked their way back in. A lot of good defense, a lot of good offensive rebounding that led to points. A lot of good John Burwell scoring. The dude was a straight bucket in the first half. Couldn't really miss until he missed a couple at the end of the half, but Pacers, took a few leads, lost a few leads, tied it up a few times, held the lead for a while, lost it a couple of times towards the end of the half, and currently lead it 40-39 as we come out of the intermission. It'll be, the man of the hour, John Burwell, with a couple of free throws here to open the half for the Pacers. First one up in the air and good. And again, one of the things that Coach Shields for the Pacers really put an emphasis on was focusing on what you can control. Also putting an emphasis on, playing your role in communication out onto the court. Just a few little things that he's really wanting his team to emphasize and work on as we get things started here in an interesting season. But finally, Pacers basketball is back as John Burwell bangs a couple of free throws out to give the Pacers a 3-point lead to open the half. Attempt at a tie there by Helton, no good. Rebound and a put up, no good by Kemp. And now the Pacers get it right back. 1 minute is ticked off the clock in the second half. Pacers lead by 3. Bo Bryant picks up his dribble, looking for options, finds Owens. Owens drives in. So now the Pacers will reset. Burwell, left side, picked by Bo Bryant. Burwell decides to go the other way. 3, good! Burwell right back where he left off as the first 5 points of the half for the Pacers belong to him. A couple of free throws and a 3. Carrington drives in. Nice strong drive. No good as he will be fouled. Compensates on the second free well after his three-pointer a minute ago. Now has 19 points. He leads the Pacers in scoring. Pacers up 6. Bo Bryant with a wide open lane, pulls up for a mid-range J and gets it to go. His first points of the half as the Pacers are on a 7-0 run here to open up the second half. 10-0 run if you count the last couple of minutes of the first half. Young over to Helton. Helton takes a 3, no good, and this one up and over the board. That'll be out of bounds, and it'll come back to William Peace. So William Peace out to a strong start here early with all the momentum, as Ferrum has yet to even get a bucket here in the second half opening. Talked a lot about rebounding, specifically for the Pacers. About 7 offensive rebounds they had in the first half. Did really well not turning the ball over, too. They only had 6 turnovers compared to Ferrum's 14. As there's another three-pointer for William Peace, and now that's the first double-digit lead by anybody. That one from Cole Atwood, as he's now got 10 points. Bo Bryant on the assist, his second. Helton trapped in the corner by Owens. Helton trying to bump his way out of there as he finds Smith Jr., who drives in from the left side and up and in. As that'll break the ice for Ferrum here in the second half. Cutting in to the Pacer lead, and now a foul on the other end. It'll be Burwell yet again, really aggressive here early. As Burwell will go back to the line. There's really not much has changed for Burwell since the end of last season. We talked about how he was Yeah, he was one of the main scorers, if not the main scorer for William Peace last year. As he makes his first free throw, and he's really picked up right where he left off. I personally think he looks even cleaner than he did last year. And now, here in game one, he's added a heck of a good amount of defense to go with it, a lot of rebounds. Just overall, I mean, he's looked like the best player on the floor for not just the Pacers, but period. As he takes his second free throw, hits it 2 for 2 from the line. He's got 21 points. As he leads scoring for the Pacers by a wide margin. The next one behind him is Jalen Owens with 10 points. Pacers back out to a 10-point lead. Nothing there for Ladler, and now a drive in by Smith Jr. Good. He's got the only 4 points of the half here by Ferrum, both being layups down low. Jackson to Bo Bryant. Bryant, handoff to Burwell. Burwell around to the left side. Kick out to Tyrell Jr. He's been kind of quiet, and he'll remain here as he comes up short on that corner three-point attempt. Now it'll be freshman Jackson Spencer. He'll make the first substitution here for the Pacers. Got a couple of minutes of play in the first half. Missed the one and only three-point attempt he took, and then came right back out of the game. So we'll get some minutes here in the second half. Pacers with the ball here with 16:07 to go. 51-43 your score. Pacers lead it by 8. Tyrell Jr. Pass to Owens, Bryant, and now to Jackson. As Jackson will lose it, but it'll be off one of the Ferrum defenders down low, as it'll stay here with William Peace. Now we'll take a quick timeout. Pacers out to a strong start here in the second half, picking up right where they left off in the first half. Really looking good as they lead it by 8. 15:59 on the clock here in the second half. We appreciate you tuning in to the Pacers Sports Network. We'll be back after a short break. Pacer ball as we get things going here out of the timeout. Pass will go into Tyrell Jr. And right back to Burwell. Burwell. Pass down to Tyrell Jr. A lot of contact. Surprisingly, no foul called as it's tipped around, but it'll end up in the hands of Carrington Young there for Ferrum as they'll bring it up. Try and get something going here. Not much of a spark yet for Ferrum in this half. Helton misses a three-point corner attempt. And Jackson will bring it up, pass down to Spencer, back to Jackson, up to Burwell, top of the key, as he'll just pull back just a little bit from Young, the defender. Let things get set up. Spencer, another three attempt, no good. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Smith Jr. with it. guarded by Jackson. So try and get some movement going here for Ferrum. Smith Jr. who got the first couple of buckets for Ferrum to open the half. 14:47 remains. Smith Jr. with it again. He'll let Tyrell Jr. just float over him. Nice little fake there by Smith. As he'll draw the foul, goes up, misses the shot, so he'll get 2 free throw attempts here. First one, nothing but net. Good for Smith Jr. That'll be another point on the board. He's gotten them all here for Ferrum early in the half. Pacers still lead by 7. Smith Jr. a senior. As he hits a second shot, as he'll be the leading scorer here for Ferrum with 17 points, or now 18 after that made free throw. He's 6 of 10 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 5 of 5 from the free throw line. Pacers lead it by 6. Burwell brings it up. Tyrell Jr. bounce pass to Burwell, who cuts in. The bucket will go, and he'll get one more free throw attempt on the side. You ain't stopping Burwell today. I don't know if Ferrum got that message yet, but they ain't stopping Burwell today. I mean, he's looked unbelievable. And another free throw, 1 point to add to Burwell's total. 24 points for Burwell. He leads the Pacers in scoring and leads this game overall in scoring. As Helton will drive in, lose it, goes out of bounds. We'll see who touched it last. As it sounds like they'll call a foul on Darius Jackson, as they'll just check this one out. That's the second foul of the day for Jackson. Couple of subs now for William Peace. Cole Atwood will check back in. Jalen Owens will check back in. Both starters for the Pacers, Bo Bryant and Darius Jackson will check out. Ball comes in to Helton. Helton to Carrington Young. Guarded by Atwood. Young still looking for something. So just take it on his own, go up, hit the floor hard. Shot no good. I believe it'll be a foul on one of the Pacer defenders. 2 shots coming up here for Carrington Young as he'll just walk that one off. Pretty hard fall. Young still looking for his first bucket of the day. 0 for 1 from the field, 0 for 2 from the line. He's got 6 rebounds. 21 total minutes of play for Young. First shot rattles around and out. Pacers up by 9, 54-45, 14:03 to go. And that one's well short as it just grazes the iron. And now a battle for the rebound will end up in the hands of Madden McAfee. And now this one will be last touched by Tyrell Jr. over here in front of us at the table. Pass goes into Helton. Helton over to Kemp. Kemp, sharp pass and a pull up by Bryce Hall, no good, and Burwell will come down with it. He'll drive it up strong, up the middle, a kick out to Jalen Owens, and now it looks like they're going to call a foul against John Burwell. First foul of the day by Burwell. As a high-rising layup will be ruled an offensive foul. Good job there by Atwood to take the charge. As that'll send it right back over to William Peace. Corner three, yep. Jalen Owens, who started the game off with a three for the Pacers, picks it right back up there from the corner as they'll extend that double-digit lead. Pacer bench looking for a travel, didn't get it. Helton, fairly wide open three as he nails it. And now a timeout. Things getting riled up here in the Herm as a three by Jalen Owens will be responded to by a three from Nick Helton. Pacers still lead at 57-48, a quick timeout, 12:55 to go. You're listening to the Pacer Sports Network. Ferrum finally finding a little bit of a spark offensively. You know, they had a pretty decent first half. I mean, Pacers were only up one when we went into halftime. And Ferrum got off to a really nice start out of the gate. And then, you know, Peace picked it up on both sides of the ball. And, you know, Ferrum stayed in it. But really not a lot of explosion here in the second half, really, until just now. So it'll be William Peace ball. Burwell brings it around, and Parton tips it around, regains control. Bo Bryant with it now, top of the key, over to Atwood. Atwood, nobody there, as that'll just go into the Pacer bench. Over there on the other side. Both teams' benches actually over there were typically our fans would be, but with no fans and having to space things out, both teams, everything's a little more spread out this year and a little bit different. So it'll be Ferrum with it. Madden McAfee, nothing there in the corner, as he'll just kick it back out. Good try there by Owens as he almost stole it away, but Bryce Hall recovers it. 9 on the shot clock. Hall trying to call a play. He'll drive in. Kicked out to McAfee, nothing there. Didn't draw iron, and that'll be a shot clock violation, no doubt, as the three from Madden McAfee didn't even draw iron, and Jamar Butler could not get it off in time. So that'll be another turnover. Turnover number 16 for Ferrum. Only 8 turnovers for William Peace, you know, and as good as they've been defensively today, something that's really notable is they have not forced a lot of fouls either in this game, which is something to be said when you're playing very good defense. So on the other end, Peace misses. That miss from Bo Bryant. And McAfee, a sharp one-handed pass over meant for Darius Kemp, but it'll go by him and into the Ferrum bench. And that'll bring us to another timeout, 11:38 to go. 57-48 your score. Pacers have had the lead the entire half. A little bit of a spark a couple of minutes ago from Ferrum, but after that turnover, still it feels like momentum is still mostly belonging to the Pacers right now, and really has, you know, for a majority of this game. You know, they really got it going at the kind of the midway point in the first half, and they've really, you know, again, they've maintained that momentum for majority of the game as we sit here with 11:38 to go. Pacers will open their conference play against Methodist next week, and then it'll be conference play from there on in. As like we talked about earlier, it'll just be a home and away series each weekend. Ironically enough, Methodist is where Peace ended their run last year in the first round of the USA South Conference Tournament, losing a close one, 90-83 to Methodist. And again, that'll be their first conference matchup of the year next week. There's John Burwell in here trying to keep it going. He's got 24 points, been a straight bucket for the Pacers today. Atwood, he's been pretty effective as well. Not so much there, as now it'll be back to Ferrum. Pass over to Jamar Butler. He tries a fadeaway deep jumper, no good. Bryce Hall comes up with it. Three-point attempt, no good there again. As Bo Bryan will come down with the rebound for Peace. A nice pass from Burwell to Parton. A layup no good there for Parton as he tried a little move down there, down low, no good. Three-pointer short. As Parton will get the rebound right back and get it to Burwell. Burwell, right wing, drives up the lane, up and over the defenders. One of the rare times he's missed tonight. That one rattles out and into the hands of Madden McAfee for Ferrum. Pacers still with a 9-point lead. Contested, and another offensive foul. One of several that the Pacers defense has caused today. Definitely got some head nods from the Ferrum bench, and now as Coach Sanborn in his 4th season with Ferrum will plead somewhat of a case to the official. Obviously it's not going to do any good, but a couple of subs here for Ferrum as well. Burwell over to the right corner. O'Brien with it, left side, left wing. Bounce pass to Tyrell Jr. He's been kind of quiet tonight. Bo Bryan, a nice three. Pass down to Helton, left corner three, a response, and got it. He's done that a couple of times tonight. Responded to a Pacer bucket with actually typically a three-pointer of his own. As up and under goes Jalen Owens, and he'll draw the foul. He'll go to the line for two. That foul on Darius Kemp. Jalen Owens, 13 points so far, hasn't missed yet until just then. And his first free throw attempt of the night, he's so far 5 of 5 from the field, 3 of those being from three-point range. 4th foul on Darius Kemp. But he'll stay in for Ferrum, and now another foul. That'll be on one of the Pacer defenders, Jalen Owens. That's his 2nd of the night. .9:25 to go. Pacers with a 10-point lead. They've led it by about 8, 9, 10 for the last several minutes. Is now be another foul on William Peace. That one on John Burwell. Only his 2nd of the night. That'll send Smith Jr. back to the line. He's 5 of 5 from the charity stripe here tonight. 6-1 up in the air and good. As they'll cut that Pacer lead to single digits. 61-52 your score. Pacers still in pretty nice control. Smith Jr. drills the second one as he's been a good portion of the offense here in the second half for Ferrum. Owens thought about it, still thinking about it, but he'll get it to Tyrell Jr. Thought he might pull. Tyrell Jr. kicks out to Jackson. Jackson to Owens. He pulled that one and just a hair short. As Madden McAfee gets that one to Smith Jr. after his rebound. Smith Jr. guarded by Bryant. And a really strong layup attempt. Missed, and he gets his own rebound, goes up again, and that will be empty again. 8:30 to go. Burwell brings it up for the Pacers. Bo Bryant to Owens. Owens to Jackson. Right corner three. Rattles in. $11-point lead by the Pacers. 8:05 to play. Ferrum wants to get back into this thing. They might want to start now. And nice start. As Darius Kemp drives it in, gets the bucket and the foul, so he'll get one more attempt from the free throw line. As we take a quick media timeout, William P. still leads at 64-53. Or excuse me, 64-55. They lead it by 9 with 7:57 to play as Ferrum tries to get a little something going and try and climb their way back into this as we're on the back half of the second half. Take a short break. We appreciate you joining us. You're listening to the Pacer Sports Network. Pair of free throws here, or excuse me, one free throw here coming up for Darius Kemp after his and one. As that'll be off to the left, rebounded by Tyrell Jr. 7:54 to play. Pacers still in pretty nice control. This one, 64-55, as they've maintained about an 8, 9, 10, 11-point lead for the most part. A jam, no good, a little too hard as Darius Kemp will go back to the line. As he took us into our last media timeout with an and one, missed his free throw attempt. And now he gets a steal and an attempted jam as he'll go to the line for a couple of free throws as Ferrum tries to get a spark going. It's mostly been done by Smith Jr. As now Kemp misses his first attempt. As Ferrum just can't quite get something going. Second one off, he gets his own rebound, puts it in, blocked by Tyrell Jr., nice play. Pacers bring it up, this is Burwell with it. Nice football pass to Owens. Owens Out to the left wing as Atwood misses his attempt from three. Down low with the blocks. A putback attempt, no good. Two misses there for Kemp and now there'll be a foul against Kemp. A lot of hustle out of Darius Kemp right there over the last couple of minutes as he really tries to will Ferrum back into this game as we hit the 7:09 mark in the second half. It's not even so much that Ferrum can't score. It's like they get little sparks, but they can't build on it and really get some momentum behind it. That's the issue with Ferrum right now. But there's still enough time. Owens, 1-and-1 attempt. First one will go through. Second one good. Owens will add to his total. He's second behind Burwell in scoring for the Pacers. He's got 15, or now 16 after that made free throw attempt. Pacers back out to an 11-point lead. I believe that is their biggest lead of the night. This is the second time they've been out by 11. Under 7 minutes to play. Good defense here by the Pacers. Carrington Young kicks out to Helton. Helton not even drawing iron there. Good rebound though by Madden McAfee as he'll put it back in. Offensive rebound number 13 there for Ferrum. Pacers had a lot of good offensive rebounds early in the first half, but it's been Ferrum that took that over as they've got 13 offensive rebounds to the Pacers 7. That's there from three by Bo Bryant. Carrington Young hits the ground, still has it. As that'll be a jump ball. And that'll go to the Pacers. Not many jump balls here tonight. And that actually might be our first one of the night. This Ferrum did win the tip. Not only did they win the tip, they scored within a second of the game starting. So I believe that being our first jump ball. Pacers will get it. Nice drive by Parton, the freshman. No good. I thought he might get his own rebound, but it gets into the hands of Madden McAfee. As he thought about pulling up from three, Tyrell Jr. comes up from behind, forces the pass. No good from Smith Jr. Pacers come up with it. Burwell with it now. 5:48 to play. Pacers still up by 9. Burwell, no good. As Carrington Young will get it for Ferrum. Down on the block. Madden McAfee looking for something. Wide open, or was wide open, Hunter Ladler. And it'll be a miss down low. Carrington Young, a pass out. Smith Jr. He's met by a pair of Pacer defenders, Tyrell Jr. and Jalen Owens. Nice defense there again by the Pacers. Been one of the themes of the night. Helton, contested three, but he hits it. Probably would have been about a D for our 2K players out there. Pretty contested, hand in the face, but nice job by Helton to convert. And that's the closest that Ferrum has gotten to peace all second half. 5:01 to play, 66-60. Ferrum trying to get a little something going here as we'll take a brief timeout and return. Thank you for listening to the Pacer Sports Network. We'll be right back. 4:56 to play after the quick timeout. Burwell floater, well short, might have even been tipped down there by Carrington Young as he comes up with it. Helton. Carrington Young looking for his first bucket of the night, but it won't be there. Rebound by one of the Ferrum players down there. Nice kick out, assist by Carrington Young. One possession game, and just like that, we got a ball game on our hands with 4:20 to play. Pacers up 66-63. Scoreless over the last 2:29. Bo Bryant trying to fix that, and he does not. And it'll be, not sure if that'll be ruled a jump ball or what, but regardless, it's Ferrum's ball as Carrington Young does a nice job there. As now it's looking like they're going to call a foul against William Peace after the Bo Bryant three-point miss. As it's looking like that'll result in a couple of free throws now for Ferrum. So that'll be Carrington Young now at the line, as that will be a foul against William Peace. Tyler Parton, that's his fourth. To play. Peace up by 3. As Young will miss the first one, he could still put it down to a 2-point lead. As Parton will check out of the game, Matt Wood will come in. Things getting a little interesting now here with 4 minutes and change, as that'll be the first point of the night for Carrington Young, as he'll cut that lead down to just 2 by your Pacers, 66-64. Burwell around a pick from Bo Bryant. Looked like he might pull a 3, doesn't. Gives it to Tyrell Jr. Tyrell Jr. in strong, nice finish, Tyrell Jr. Fairly quiet night by him tonight, but he made it when it counted, as he'll pull that lead back out to a 2-possession game, 68-64, 3:36 to play. Carrington Young around the horn. Helton with it on the left side, goes up and over Jalen Owens, and they're going to call a foul on Owens. Pacers have been able to force a lot of offensive fouls tonight on the defensive side. Wasn't able to do it there, as we'll take a quick timeout. 3:25 to play. It's getting interesting. Pacers still lead it, though, by 4. You're listening to the Pacer Sports Network. First free throw for Helton, good. So that'll trim the Pacer lead down to 3 in a 1-possession game yet again. Rattles around and in, 2 of 2 from the line, Helton. as Burwell brings it right back up the floor quickly for the Pacers. 3:20 to play. They lead it by 2. Burwell a little bit quiet as of late, but he's had a big impact on this game for the Pacers. They'll need him here late if they're wanting to pull this thing out and pull it away here in the final couple of minutes. Burwell with it. Good defense there by Hunter Ladler, but better shot by John Burwell as he gets this thing going again for the Pacers. They lead it by 4, 70-66, 2:50 to play. As Matt McAfee will drive through Bo Bryant, no charge, and that's a 3 by Helton. As that'll put a spark into the Ferrum bench, and that will cut the lead to just 1 as we return right back where we started at the beginning of this half when the Pacers led by a point. As now we've got 2:39 to go in this one, so it's up for grabs. It's anybody's game. Quick reminder, Pacers will be taking this little party to Ferrum on Thursday of this week, so in a couple of days they'll be going to Ferrum to play the second half of this 2-game opening series, and then they'll be back here at the Herm next Friday when they play their first conference game of the season against Methodist. Again, that'll be here at home. That'll be here on the Pacer Sports Network, so be sure to tune into that. But in the meantime, Pacers will try and bang out this first win of the season. Much awaited season. Pardon with it. As Parton will have to be careful. He's already got 4 fouls. Bryant picks up his dribble, gets it to Atwood. Atwood, that one transfer that the Pacers have this season. He'll take a 3 from the right side, no good. Shot clock expires. Tyrell Jr. And it's going to belong to the Pacers. As Tyrell Jr. was down there trying to get it. Went off one of the Ferrum defenders, not sure which one, not that it matters. Pacer ball. They still lead it by a point. Lob pass into Bo Bryant. Tyrell Jr. with it, John Burwell. Nice crossover, Burwell. Bryant eyed the basket on that 3-point look that he had. And now Burwell will hit the floor. As it's going to stay here with William Peace. That'll be a foul on Carrington Young, I believe. That'll send the leading scorer for not just the Pacers, but for this game, period, to the line. John Burwell with 26 points. He's 9 of 9 from the charity stripe here tonight. We've got 1:50 to play. Pacers up by just a point. A couple of big free throws coming up here for Burwell. First one is no good as it rattled around and out. First miss of the night from the line on free throw number 10 for Burwell. Ferrum will get it. 1:40 left to go here at the Herm. Helton with it. He's got 20 points. 3-pointer good, and Ferrum first lead of the half, and it couldn't have come at a better time. 1:22 to play. Big 3 by Matt McAfee. He's got 14 points as Bo Bryant will kick it out to Parton. 3, big response from the freshman. It doesn't get any bigger than that as a freaking freshman. It just doesn't. Big shot to give the Pacers the lead right back. Incredible shot. 1:08 to go. As now we take a quick timeout. Pacers up by a point after the 3-pointer from freshman Tyler Parton. He's a 5'10" guard from Asheville, North Carolina, went to AC Reynolds High School. And he ain't ready to be done just yet, clearly. What a shot. Ferrum, who finished 7th in the ODAC conference last season, trying to start their season off with a dub as well, as this is anybody's ball game. The Pacers have held most of the momentum, but Ferrum got it right now when it mattered the most, as we hit 60 more seconds to go, a minute to play here in regulation. Pacers have it by a point. Deep shot, no good, it's up. And into the hands of Tyrell Jr., big rebound. Bo Bryant with it. And now Burwell brings it back over to Peace's side. 40 seconds to play as he'll take a quick glance at the clock and just let it melt away just a little bit as the Pacers try and seal the deal here with 30 seconds to go, 10 on the shot clock. Nobody better to have it. Burwell goes up and just a hair short. Smith Jr., long pass down on the other side. Great defensive stop by both Jalen Owens and Tyler Parton, who gave the Pacers the lead with that three-point dagger just about a half a minute ago, as that could have very easily been a foul against either one of those guys, but they drew mostly, if not all, ball. It will be Ferrum's ball when we return. 20.8 seconds remaining. Shot clock will be down when we come back. Pacers lead it by a point, 73-72. Ferrum with two players now with 20 points. Smith Jr. and Helton both have 20 points apiece. On the Pacers side, Burwell with 26, Jalen Owens with 16, and Atwood, the one transfer for William Peace, he's got 10 points. As Ferrum will come in here and try and play their hand. Pacers really just need this one stop and then hold it. As Ferrum see what they can do. And up and out. Harrington Young with the putback. Ferrum up by a point, 9 seconds to go. Burwell with it. And that's going to be lost and into the hands of Helton. As that'll be a foul on John Burwell, as he had no choice. 1.1 second to play, as Helton will go to the line for a couple of free throws, and that will likely be it. On a night that was mostly owned by William Peace, Ferrum sparked when it mattered. And there's literally no other way to put it than that. First shot by Helton is in, and that'll take Ferrum out to a 2-point lead. As now Claude Shields will call a quick timeout. So Ferrum up 75-73. There's a good chance that he will miss this on purpose. Because obviously if he makes it, you know, it's a slim chance, but that would give Peace an opportunity to take the ball out of bounds and try and heave something down the floor and get a last-minute shot off. So good chance Ferrum is setting up a play to probably miss this on purpose and just finish the deal here on a night, again, mostly run by Peace in the momentum column, but Ferrum we talked about it, they needed a spark. They were struggling to get it, trailing the entire first half by mostly about 10 points. And then one of those sparks finally just led to a flame, and it was enough to carry them to the finish line. And, we've all watched enough basketball games to know that's literally all it takes. to win a ball game. So this will be Helton's second free throw attempt as Peace will come back down the other end. And that's going to rattle in, so Peace will have a chance to get something. Pass to Burwell. As Burwell touched enough of it. It goes out of bounds, 0.4 seconds remaining. As Ferrum will just grab it, pass it in, and let the buzzer expire. As they'll win this thing by a final of 76-73. As it's looking like Burwell didn't actually touch that ball, so it's 1.1 seconds remaining. Last second shot, no good. And your final from the Herm is 76-73. Even in loss, there's now some words exchanged by both teams. As that'll do it here from the Herm. Peace loses it by 3. A lot to be excited about if you're a Pacer fan, however. You know, really young team, again, lost a lot of seniors last year. But if tonight is any indicator, if they can build on what they did tonight, it's going to be a fun, exciting season here in Pacerland.